Tussac House is considered one of the largest capital projects at the moment. The idea to build a care home had been under discussions since around 2009, and in 2020 Tussac House groundworks set off. They were completed in May 2021, yet the project consisted of 4 construction and 1 landscape phases and was still far from being finished. Tussac House project ran over the initial budget allocated for the construction and also saw several delays due to COVID outbreak, weather and delays in shipping materials. And finally, in 2025, Tussac House is about to welcome first residents.
As an extra care facility, we offer 24-hour care and support to vulnerable people. They may have healthcare needs, they may have physical disabilities, and what we are able to do here is have a custom building that is able to cater for all those needs, both now and in the long term. Our central courtyard has single ensuite rooms that have wet room ensuite facilities. If we go into each of the east and west wing, they are the same configuration whereby there are 8 single ensuite bedrooms and 2 bedroom apartments. Our green wing is designed for people who may walk with purpose, may be living with an advanced form of dementia where they need a safe space. So it creates an opportunity for them to live independently but have a safe space where they may not be able to fully understand the risks associated with their cognitive journey. Looking at the maximum capacity with our 2-bedroom apartments, we're going up to sort of like the 43 to 46 residents. If we're looking at residents who are moving in first of all, we currently have 14 residents that are identified, that have come round, that have chosen their rooms already, and the family members are already starting to bring some items in so that we can personalise the apartments for them so that when they come in it feels like home. I've worked in the care sector for over 35 years and I've worked in various markets from private, local authority to voluntary, and I have not seen a building in my 35 years that is to the standard and the specification that the Falkland Islands has put here at Tussac House.
So it's a great achievement, isn't it? The project's run over several years. It's been a huge effort to get where we are today. It's not been easy, it's been a real team effort. Contractors, PWD, the Directorate of Health and Social Services feeding in with all the design requirements and our requirements for how the service is going to run. So it's been a very long, complicated project. It's a huge building on a really big scale, so it is a massive infrastructure. We can look forward now to the service being set up and hopefully for it being a really positive and good service for the community that will benefit a lot of our most vulnerable residents.
It's been a long time coming. This project has spanned 4 assemblies. It absolutely is not what was first thought of. It's evolved, but I personally think that it's evolved in a correct way, and it is now all-encompassing. It is a multi-purpose facility that will serve the Falkland Island population for years to come.
Tussac House has a modern and well-thought-through design to meet all needs of its future residents. One of the unique features are memory boxes, which are located in front of each room's door. The residents will be able to fill the box with important things from their lives, which identify them, such as things related to their childhood, place of birth, occupation, or any other key memories. The idea is to help residents to easily find their rooms and also to help community support team to find discussion points and to engage in meaningful interaction.
A lot of the service users will of course have medical needs as well as support needs with personal care or managing day-to-day activities. Tussac House will be manned by our community support team. We've already got them employed, they work out in the community, they work up at Hillside House. So the staff are already there, but they're going to be relocated, a lot of them. This is going to be the base for the community support team.
Currently the community support team has 74 staff in its establishment. So that's offering care and support both Hillside and in the community for those specialist services for adults with learning disabilities. So we are able to sort of operate Tussac House within all that establishment. And as people transition and maybe come to Tussac House, there'll be less care and support in the community required.
Residency at the Tussac House will be strictly on the basis of unmet care and support needs that cannot be adequately met in the community. A team from Medical Services Department will be assessing individuals for their needs, yet the main focus will remain on keeping people at homes as much as possible. Rent fee for the Tussac House will be calculated depending on the size of the apartment that a person is eligible for and will include accommodation charge and utilities.
The philosophy and kind of ethos of the service is all going to be about maintaining independence. We don't want to institutionalise anyone. We don't want to make them more dependent than they need to be. If they want to be independent, we're always going to encourage that and promote it.
People will choose to come to Tussac House, or people will choose to live in their own homes in the community. There is no requirement. Where people's needs go beyond what can be delivered with our carers in the community, we can then say, yes, Tussac House would be a viable option for them, where there is higher background staffing on site to possibly meet their care and support needs.
Tussac House is aiming to welcome first residents by the end of this month. However, there are still a couple of areas where furnishing is still in progress, such as green wing, hairdressing salon and kitchen.
We've got a phased move-in process because there's various services that are moving across to Tussac House. We've got residents from Hillside, we've got residents from the community, and obviously when the kitchen moves across, this will also be the base from where Meals on Wheels are distributed as well. I imagine by the beginning of February at the latest.
Tussac House has been a long-awaited and much-needed project for the Falkland Islands community. And even though the construction overran the budget and saw several delays, the final result shows that it was well worth the wait.
Currently we have over 500 people aged 65 and over. So we have the same ageing population as any Western country. So this place is needed now, but certainly be needed in the future. And I think it's a fantastic step forward for the Falkland Islands Society. This is one of those projects where the taxpayers' money, be it, we all know it's gone over budget, but this is money well spent. It's the duty of this assembly and the oncoming assemblies to make sure that the resources are there to make absolutely clear that this is a service that will continue at a high level in the future.